The APC North Central Zone, well, they've intensified their calls for the party to zone their national chairmanship position to the region following Abdoulaye Ganduje's resignation. Saleh Zazaga, the chairman of the APC North Central Forum, argued that the zone deserves to complete the tenure of former chairman Abdoulaye Adamu from North Central, whose seat Ganduje, who's from the Northwest, had occupied since 2023. In a recent statement, Zazaga framed the demand as correcting a longstanding injustice, emphasizing the region's capacity to produce competent leadership. The group had previously sued over the zoning dispute, but suspended protests after Ganduje's NEC ratification. Meanwhile, APC spokesman Felix Morka confirmed swift consultations to fill the vacancy, with an INEC meeting to be scheduled imminently. Well, he dismissed speculation about Rabiu Kwankwaso's potential defection and denied internal dysfunction claims. Ganduje resigned back on the 27th of June, citing personal reasons, with Deputy Chairman Ali Dalori now acting pending the next decision. And we're now going to join the Director of the Abuja School of Political Thought, Social and Political Thought, Dr. Sam Amadi, to discuss Ganduje's resignation, the realignment of political forces in Kano State, as Kwankwaso is rumored to be returning to the APC, its implications, and much more. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, Dr. Amadi. Always good to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
So to start off, what was your immediate reaction to the quite swift resignation of Ganduje? What was your reaction when you heard that he had resigned?
Well, I was very shocked because there were no events or intimations preceding it. I mean, Ganduje has been very, very energetic and active, and in spite of whatever anybody thinks about him, especially regarding the dollar, scandal and cases that he has with EFCC and the one he has with Kano State government, I think he brought a lot of energy to that job and was successful in dealing with political intrigues and managing and kind of coordinating various ends. So he was active until he dropped the ball. And so unexpected, he didn't look ill in any particular way. He didn't look, there were no major conflicts and no reports about getting tired or any overwhelming personal issues that would have led to sudden resignation. So it was a shock to everybody. But I think perhaps those within the party, knowing the game and maybe conversations going on, it may not have been much of a shock. And again, we hear that there was some kind of ultimatum to step down that was supposed to be on Monday, but perhaps wanted to do it his own way and to be gallant. He surprised them again by turning it in earlier than expected. So we'll still figure out why this happened, but obviously people were shocked to hear the story.
Now, Dr. Amadi, what are the implications of Ganduje's resignation for the APC's internal balance of power and its preparation for the 2027 presidential election, especially, with reports of Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's rumored return to the party?
I think there's a lot that's quite unknown, expectedly, because the 2027 election is one election that all the parties seem to have enough time to prepare. President Tinubu emerged as candidate. There were a lot of difficulties. So some of the staffing of the team, the party, perhaps there was not the required deliberation, the required consideration. For example, when Adamu was forced out because of obviously his misalignment to Tinubu, he wasn't aligned to Tinubu initially. He didn't quite want Tinubu to be president, and they forced him out. And there were people who were jostling to take the position, or the president kind of unilaterally appointed Ganduje. So since there have been agitation for North Central to have somebody complete Adamu's tenure, and so that could be one of the issues. And so now that there's an acting chair, and now in a couple of weeks or so, perhaps APC will be planning a proper process to get in a substantive replacement for to finish the term of Adamu as alleged. Maybe we'll now have a more balance. Again, what it speaks to the vice presidential position is still another issue up for grab. I mean, if the idea is to get Kwakwanso in, it's clear that both Kwakwanso cannot be in if Ganduje is chair. We don't know whether Kwakwanso is being railroaded in or co-opted in to be on the ticket as vice president, in which case it's totally impossible to have him and Ganduje being top officials of the party. Ganduje as chairman of the party and a Kano, a prominent politician, being the vice president. So if that's the game, then it makes sense that Ganduje has to be sacrificed. What is not very clear is how Ganduje takes all this. If he takes it sportsmanly, happy with a good deal on the table, perhaps a good, then it wouldn't be much of a problem. So it's an addition. Kwakwanso is a strong force. But if Ganduje is displeased and perhaps feel done in, we might be heading towards a reconfiguration of Kano politics, because Ganduje is also very strong, just as Kwakwanso is. So have we +1, -1, or +2, -1? So that's uncertainty stay there. But what is clear is that all this will lead to a major shift in the party. First, the chairmanship will move. Secondly, the vice presidential ticket might, follow as well. So,
well, Dr. Amadi, I have to interrupt you. Unfortunately, we have to cross live to St. Lucia, but this is a great conversation. I'm sure we will pick this back up at another time. Thank you so much for joining us.